So let me give it a bite. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Young Family in Your YouTube channel. Today is October 13th, 2024. In today's video, I'd like to pick some melons which I grow in my backyard vegetable garden. So I'm going to do a taste test. Stay tuned. This year in June, I once purchased two different types of melons in Chinese grocery store. So the one is called Chinese green melon. So the shape is kind of like a round shape. The size a little bit bigger than fist. The skin is white, light green, or just yellow. The flesh is light green, pretty much the same to honeydew melon. The other one is called Korean yellow melon. So the shape is totally different. It's kind of like a oblong or just an oval shape. The skin is totally yellow color. The inside the flesh is white color. So taste pretty much to the Chinese green, melon. After I harvest the seeds, I thought it would be fun if I grow all these melons from seeds. So basically, the seed germination is pretty easy. I think about 1 week late, I can get all the seedlings from all these seeds. When the seedlings grow bigger and bigger, I just transplant some seedlings into the raised garden bed, but I still left some seedlings in this raised garden bed. You can see all these plants, messed with tomatoes, peppers, or any other kind of plants. So basically, all these plants is kind of like extra seedlings I just left here. I seldom take care of them, but I kind of like they're doing pretty good. You can see the tomatoes, peppers, whatever So today we're just going to focus on two different kind of melons. I'm going to pick each melons and do a taste test. Okay, this is a Korean yellow melon. So this is still small, so kind of very small. So here you can see this is kind of like pretty much ready to pick, but actually I have another one right here. It's kind of like size a little bit smaller than this one. So when I shoot the shots, so it's already detached from here, so already cut into halves. So later I'm going to use that one to compare with Chinese green melon. Okay, here there's one Chinese green melon. So you kind of size. Actually, the size is relatively smaller than that one I purchased from grocery store. So it's kind of that is more professional. So anyway, so this is Chinese green melon. If I compare it with, here, Korean yellow melon, you can see the shape is totally different. But kind of this year, I can get a little bit bigger size for Korean yellow melon. The Chinese, green melon, its kind of size is smaller. So maybe they're not doing very well in my garden. But anyway, so we're going to do a taste test. Okay, guys, check out Korean yellow melon. So basically, I just mentioned early, I picked one and took YouTube shots. So this is Korean yellow melon. So you can see the skin is kind of yellow with some dark, orange color on it. So you can see some line right here. It's oblong shaped. The inside, the flesh is kind of like a white, totally white. I think the seeds look like pretty much the same. I'm going to cut this one and open it so you will compare. So I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to cut this Chinese yellow melon, and we're going to compare it with this Korean yellow melon. There's some ants right here. So you can see the color compare. It's totally different. This is kind of like a white. This is kind of a yellow color. So the seeds you can see compare. Pretty much the same, right? The seeds. So I'm going to cut one slice, maybe this size. So I think all these melons are ripe, ready to pick. Actually, this is I picked several days ago because we have some wild animals in our backyard. So we just want to worry about maybe some wild animals and took a bite from these melons. So it's kind of like probably put it in the refrigerator. It's kind of like a little bit damage to this melon. So anyway, so I'm going to give a bite and taste first. So basically, pretty sweet, but kind of, we put this one, it's kind of overripe, and put this one in the refrigerator for a couple of days. Just to mention, I picked it several days ago. So kind of does not take very fresh. But anyway, so very sweet. Then we give it another bite on this side. Kind of a little bit overripe. So let me give it a bite to this Korean yellow melon. So this one still actually pretty fresh because we just picked it today. So let me give it a bite. Actually, I can feel this one is more fresh. The flesh and more crunch. So basically, based on my experience, last time I did YouTube shots, use this, the Chinese green melon. It's pretty crunch. Let me finish this bite. Pretty good. Actually, very delicious. Okay, actually, there's another Chinese, green melon right here. So I still did not pick it. So kind of this might be more fresh. So I'm going to use this one to compare with Korean, yellow melon. I think this is more fresh. Let me watch this one. Okay, let me cut this one and redo the test. You can see the color is light green. This is kind of like a dark green, a little bit, soft. This is more firm. So anyway, so I'm going to see whether it's better. I think you can hear the sound when I eat this melon. So delicious. Let me give it another bite. Let me try this Korean yellow melon. Sorry about it. Let me finish this one. I'm going to keep talking. So, guys, this is Korean yellow melon. This is Chinese green melon. So basically, even though the shape, the size, the skin color, and the flesh color, it look like a totally different. This one is more like honeydew melon. Taste actually pretty much the same, but based on my personal feeling, I think Chinese green melon is kind of a little bit more sweet compared with Korean yellow melon. The juicy, I think, are pretty much the same. Both are pretty juicy. So basically, you can compare. Pretty much juicy. Actually, my favorite part is which part? Is this part inside. This part inside. Pretty soft, pretty juicy, very sweet. That's my favorite part. I never throw away this one. I eat the whole thing. Actually, you know why? I didn't peel it, right? You saw it. I didn't remove the seeds. I eat all the seeds. So these seeds, actually, you can tolerate. You do not have to, just like a watermelon, you have to, pit it. You can eat everything. Pretty small, the seeds. So anyway, I already did, the taste test. Pretty much the same, to be honest. So, but personally, I prefer, Chinese green melon. So it's kind of like a more sweet. Anyway, guys, so if you really like all this kind of, the melons, you can just visit, Chinese or any Asian grocery store. So you will find these two different kinds of melons. If you want to grow the melons from the seeds, you can just purchase the several, the melons. Definitely, I think it will give you a big surprise. So guys, if you like today's video, please give us a thumb up, like, share, leave comments down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.